He's a lesson in persistence, determination and embracing failure. Sir James Dyson. 5 years and 5,126,000 failures. That's what it took before he landed on the prototype that would transform the way households are cleaned around the world. 4 decades on, his products are not only revolutionary, but design classics we all know and love. I caught up exclusively with the inventor on his remarkable career and what the future holds. Sir James Dyson, nice to see you.
And you.
Just reading your book and what I take from your book, what a failure you are.
Oh yeah, I'm a failure, I'm a complete failure. You have to get used to that. Yeah, the thing is that there's nothing wrong with failure. It's always said to be a terrible thing, you know, but you learn from failures. I mean, failures are to be celebrated. Success is just success and you don't learn from it. In fact, the reverse can happen. It can make you overconfident and cocky and all those things.
Would you be the person you are today had you not had so many setbacks and failed attempts?
No, absolutely not. And you know, I'm never satisfied because I know failure's just around the corner.
This one separates the dirt from the air by cyclonic action.
When you look at the Dyson vacuum cleaner, I mean, how many prototypes was it before you got it right?
It was 5,126. And the 5,127th was the final one. And one of the things about product development, which sounds really tedious, but actually it's fascinating, is that you must only make one change at a time. There
must be a part of you, though, that just wanted to, like, rush that process.
Yes, there is, but you mustn't do it. You must resist it. There's no such thing as a brilliant idea. It's painstaking research. But the brilliance is in how you interpret and overcome those things.
All we'd hear was sort of banging and crashing and soaring, and there were, honestly, every day there was a development and then a failure and a development and a failure.
That period where you were penniless and you had 3 young children, a huge mortgage, and then you basically put your house up as surety, and never once did your beautiful wife Deirdre question or that unwavering support she had for you.
Yes, yeah, no, that was amazing. I don't think any other person would do that.
What's it like to live on the edge like that, knowing that you have those responsibilities?
Well, in one way it was exciting, living on the edge, and I still live on the edge, but yes, with a mounting debt and children and mortgages and all those sort of things, it was scary. It was scary, but actually fear is a very good motivator. I'm not saying I needed fear to motivate me, but it was a good motivator.
Well, some of my favourite inventions of yours, I love the ball barrow. I think that's genius. And then, of course, you had an attempt at a potato peeler, I saw. But I think that, you know, there are so many super creative inventors and there are plenty of very talented entrepreneurs, but very few people can commercialise an idea. Why is that, do you think?
I think because people tell them that only businessmen can be businessmen. I mean, if you're a designer or an engineer, surely you're the best person to lead the business because you understand the product and you understand why you've done it for the people who are going to buy it.
Have you thought about joining the other billionaires in the space race?
Oh, no. I'm firmly rooted here on Earth. I just think there's more important things to be doing. I want to use less electricity in everything we make, fewer resources, make products last longer, recyclability, sustainability. These are much more important things than getting into space, in my view.
Who does the vacuuming in your house?
I hoped you wouldn't ask that. And I did in my young married life, fortunately, which is how I came to hate the vacuum cleaner so much.
I'm sure I read somewhere or saw something with your lovely wife Deirdre who said she wasn't even sure you'd ever picked up the vacuum.
Well, she would say that, wouldn't she? Yeah, I've got it right here. I wouldn't be without it.
I've got this one. I've got this one. Hang on. I'm gonna.
That one. That one with the laser.
Wait up. Just give me a minute. I'm going to show you mine. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Ah, same one.
Look.
Well, snap. Touche.
I know. It's how you shake hands. No, this thing's fantastic.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I do really love it. It's been so lovely to talk to you. Thank you. I mean, it's not bad for a bloke who didn't do too well in the classroom at school, is it?
Exactly, exactly. As long as you try hard afterwards, yes. Being a failure doesn't mean you can be a failure for life. You've learnt that being a failure isn't much fun. It's time you started to try and be a success.
Here's good chat. And I know what you're going to say.
You just happen to have the same vacuum cleaner.
To be clear, that was not a free vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
That was actually legit my own
yeah.
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, right.
There you go. And I know why I won't be in charge of my son's maths tutoring moving forward. 5,126,000 attempts later, came up with a new number.
Do you know, it's a fascinating story, and that was a fascinating number. Sir James Dyson's autobiography, Invention, A Life, is available now from all good book retailers. There is one negative. A staff member recently came out and disclosed, I think it was to People magazine in the United States, that as a boss, he sucked.
Boom. Tish. Been sitting on that all morning, haven't you?
Better that than the vacuum cleaner.
That's so cool.
Although...